Hello everyone, welcome back to Apex Hour YouTube channel, and today I'm going to show you Spring 23 top features in LWC. And thank you Amit for having me in this presentation. And today I'm going to show you Spring 23 top features for LWC. So let's get started without any further delay. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Rohit Kumar. I am working at Dell Technology. I am Salesforce 7x Salesforce certified and 1x Copper certified DevOps engineer. I'm a YouTuber and blogger. I'm a Salesforce community group leader, and I have like my YouTube channel Salesforce Hunt as well. You can follow me. So today I will cover this kind of features in Spring 23 for LWC. View debug information for your wire properties, use the improved condition directive, query DOM element with wraps, use the UTAM browser extension to identify page object beta, synchronize component data without refreshing any kind of page. So without refreshing whole page, you can use this RefreshView API in LWC. So these all features basically available in the particular release that is called Spring 23, and you can just create your account Spring 23 pre-release and you can use it, right? So let me show you the first, that is called view debug information for your wire property. So access debug information for the wire properties and method on the component via custom formatter in the Chrome Dev tools. So we can use this Chrome Dev tool to find out the data in form of the objects. So we can use this kind of wire view debug information via properties in custom Lightning Web Component, in Lightning Experience, Lightning App Builder sites, and all version of the Salesforce mobile apps. So this change also apply to Lightning Web Component in open source. And previously, to debug the data received with a wire property, you had use wire function to return your data and inspect the this constructed data and error property in the wire functions. So you know very well this wire function. So we have already two parameters, one is data and second one is error. So previously we can debug our wire functions with the help of data and error, right? But this is the property, and this is the very useful things about the debugging purpose. So previously it's very hard to debug wire property, but right now you can debug your wire property within this release. So how to do that? Let me show you one by one here. So come to the practical part. Let me open my VS Code. I already created wire probe demo, and this is the LWC component, and this is the Apex I am using. So under this component or under this controller, you can see my controller and one Aura method, and I just query with the help of this list of contact and return the contacts, right? So this is a simple Apex class, and I'm using this simple Apex class inside my this component that is called wire probe demo, and this is the wire property here, you can see, right? So previously it's very tough to debug this wire property, but right now you can debug very sufficient way. So how to do that? Let me show you. Once you created your LWC component with your Apex class, just you have to design your HTML, and now you can see my HTML. Now how it look like, let me show you here. Just let me open my org, and once you open your org, and you will be see this kind of component based on your configuration. So I already configure this record page, app page, and home page. So you will be see this component inside these pages in Lightning App Builder page, and you can debug this wire probe demo inside your the component. So how to do that? Let me show you here. So under here, just you can open any kind of record page, app page, home page based on your configure file, right? So now let me open my application. I already created one Lightning application that is called Spring 23. So now you can see this Spring 23, and in this Spring 23 you can see the wire property, right, and some data. So this data is coming from my controller. I already shown these things, right? So how to debug this wire property? So just you have to do one thing, just you can press Control Shift I in Chrome, and under here you can see the console, right? This is developer tool inside the Chrome, and just focus on that one. If you want to debug your wire property, just you have to inspect it. So now you can see this wire right here to here, and now just scroll right, and now you can see your component name here. So this is our component name, that is called c-wire-probe-demo, right? So you can check your data inside this one, but in HTML you cannot see directly here, right? If you want to see here, you will be see inside this article, but how to debug this property, that is my question here, right? So just you have to mouse over on this particular component and go to the console, and under this console you have to do one thing, you have to press $0. So this is already enabled in the Chrome, and immediately you can see my c-probe-demo, okay, and it's showing like LWC as a object. So and under the debug you can see the object. Once you expand it, you can see the wire and my property name. Again you have to click on this one, and let me expand it more, and now immediately you can see the property inside this, our wire properties. So we have 4 types of property inside this one. One is data, second one config, third constant, and last one is data provision for the config. So data is nothing but it's a last value written by the wire adapter. Config is the last configure object reported to the wire adapter. Constant only for the constant wire adapter, and is data provision for config a boolean that specify whether the data is provisioned by the wire adapter corresponding to the config, return true if the adapter emits data after a config were reported, right? Once you expand it, immediately you can see this kind of property. I already explained it, and under the data you can see the array 20, means we have 20 records inside our this wire property, and immediately you can see the data here you can see. So this is the first way to debug your wire property inside LWC. Previously you cannot debug this wire property, right? In this release you can use it, and you can take this benefit as you want, right? So this is the first feature. Let me move into my slide, and now this is another one that is called use improved condition directory, right? So if you are wondering like traditional if true and if false, that is called conditional directories. So don't use right now because it's a deprecated. So in spring 23, right? So it's a new feature, and based on this new feature we can use our LWC if or LWC else instead of like if true and if false. So how to do that? Let me show you with practically. So first of all you have to create one component. So how to create the component? Just if you are using Windows, just press Ctrl Shift P and create the component here, and give the component name as you want, like let's say conditional render, right? So here you can see this in new component. Under this new component, let me create the HTML first because I need to design something, right? So under this HTML, if you want to use like if true or if false directory, so you can use it, but I suggest you, because it's a new feature, so always use the new features inside your Salesforce org. So this is the new conditional rendering statement, so you can use it. So how to use that? So let me define first of all one template. If you want to use conditional rendering, so always use template. Under this template you have to pass LWC : if. So this is the one rendering things, if conditions. So how to use that? Let me show you here. So you can use any variable here, let's say is template 1, something like that. So under here I can use my HTML. This is template 1 for example purpose, and suppose that if you have like false condition, so you can use like this, and after that you can close it here. Like if you have like lots of condition, you can use else if, otherwise remove it. You can use like another things here that is called else, LWC else, right? and don't pass anything because it's a conditionally, so you can remove it and you can use it like this. So please try to understand this one. This is a new condition, LWC if and else, right? So you can use instead of you can use it instead of if true and if false. So how to do that, let me tell you here. So once you've done it, now you can use inside your this property your JS. So just under this one, let me define this property as a true for example purpose, right? Let me save it and let me deploy. So let me expose this component first. Let's say true here, right? Under here, let's say target, this target, let me deploy this component. Once you deploy it, you will be see this conditional rendering things, right? So under this new if LWC if or LWC else, it will be work only Spring 23 release. Before that it will not work. Definitely you can use it in your code because it's a new things, and this change apply to the custom Lightning web component in Lightning Experience, Lightning App Builder page, sites, and all version of the Salesforce mobile app. And this change is also applied to the Lightning web component in open source. And with the LWC if and else if and or LWC else condition directory, the property getter and access by only one time per instance of the directives, right? So let me open my org and I want to use that conditional rendering here. So just added this page, and once you added this page, just you have to do one thing here. So just you can collapse it. Under the custom you will be see your component. So my component is conditional render. So just drag and drop anywhere as you want. So just save it and go back, and immediately you will be see the template first because I already set up the true condition. That's why you can see my template. This is the template one, right? Suppose that I want to make it this property false. So how to do that? Just you can change it, and once you change it, now it's checking the LWC if is true or false. So in this case it's false, and it will becomes in this template that is called, this is template 2. So let me deploy it, and once you deploy it, you will be see this output in your org. So here just come here and refresh it, and you will be see the new output. So just refresh again because it's sometime it's cache issue. Okay, so just refresh it. Now you can see immediately this is template 2 because we already set up the false condition, and the false condition always comes this part that is called LWC else, and true condition comes under the LWC colon if. So this is the way to work on the use the improvement condition directive in LWC Spring 23. Now this is the another feature that is called query DOM element with refs, and instead of this query like query selector, we can use this query DOM element with refs. It's a very fast and performance point of view, it's very good for the LWC component, right? So how to use that, let me show you here. You can use refs to access element in Shadow DOM and Lightning DOM. Refs locate the DOM elements without a selector, and only the query element contained in a specific template. Previously you could only use the query selector to locate the specific DOM elements, but right now you can use it in a sufficient way. So how to use that, let me show you. So now come to this demo that is regarding our ref LWC refs. So how to use that? So first of all you have to design your HTML. So I'm using only one input type box and one button. Under this button we have like some event, on click event, and I'm using this LWC ref that is new directives, or we can say that instead of this query selector we can use this LWC ref. Okay, so for now here just you have to do one thing. You can create your event like this, handle submit in this JS file. Under this JS file I'm just referring this dot refs always work like this dot template dot query selector, and after that you can give your refs name, and I'm getting some value from here. So once you get this value, just console it, and I'm just console it everything. And also this like this dot refs get value. So I am also using one div. Under this div I'm showing this value, so that's why I'm using this dot refs dot get value, and just bind it into my inner HTML. Right, so how to show that, let me show you here. And this is you will be see the output in proper way. So here LWC rep demo, and let me open my console immediately. Right, let me clear everything, and this is the input type box. You can give any text as you want here. So just let me add this Rohit here and click on this submit button. Immediately you will be see the output with your response. Right, so just click on this submit. Now immediately you can see the hello Rohit, and also you can see the LWC lightning input. It's always written the reference of that particular element. Right, and also my name is Rohit. So these all debugs statements inside my HTML LWC component. So here you can see this dot ref dot name ref. So it's always written the element of the reference. So it's a lightning hyphen input whole item you can see here immediately. So this is all about LWC refs inside this new feature. So here you can see this is the fourth feature inside this release, and this video, that is called use the UTAM browser extension to identify page object beta. So this is not a generally available. You can find out this extension in Google Chrome store, and basically how to use it and what is this UTAM browser extension and what is the use of this extension. Right, so let me tell you here. To make it easier to select page object, basically page object in DOM hierarchy, and when you write a UI test in Salesforce or any kind of technology for a Salesforce application page, use UTAM browser extension for the Google Chrome, and you get the appropriate set of PO that is called page object for the page that you are browsing, and the extension identify which page element are affected by the like models or in a selected PO page object. So basically used for the debugging purpose or testing purpose of this page object. So how to install it, let me show you here. So you have to open your Google Chrome, and just you have to go to the browser here and just search UTAM Google Chrome extension. Right, and click on this UTAM, and immediately you can see under Google Chrome Web Store UTAM. I already installed it, that's why you can see this UTAM. Right, and how to use it and how to see this UTAM is already installed in my browser. So just you have to press Ctrl Shift I, and just in this arrow you can see the UTAM. Once you click this UTAM, you immediately you can see available page objects, selected methods, and Java and JavaScript. So based on your requirement you can use it and find the root page of this page. And if you have like UTAM testing, end-to-end testing, you can use it, this extension. It's very useful. Okay, so this is all about like UTAM. Whether user driven or app invoke the ability to synchronize data without reloading entire page. So is a key user experience required. The new lightning / refresh is the new module, and RefreshView API provide a standard way to the refresh component data in the LWC. And Aura, because we have two types of RefreshView inside Aura as well LWC. So LWC right now we are using. So I will show you the practical part about this RefreshView API. So previously LWC lacked a data refresh API, and Aura only supported the legacy force : RefreshView, which does not meet the requirement of the modern web development. So RefreshView API is a detailed control refresh scope, lets developer create, refine or user experience while maintaining backward capabilities. So this is all about like features about this RefreshView API. Right, so how to do that, let me show you here. And just you can open any kind of account records page, and based on the record page we can maintain these things. So under here you can see I already opened this org, and under the account we have lots of records. Right, you can use this list view using all accounts or recently viewed. Right, let me refresh this org first. Once you refresh, you can open any kind of records, let's say Deepak Tyagi, and now just click on this gear icon and click on this edit page. Right, so once you click on this edit page, immediately you can see the app builder page. This is the app builder page visual editor. Right, so just you can see your component inside here. So it's a refresh data for the account. Just you can drag and drop anywhere as you want, let's say this one, right, and click on the save button and just go back. So once you go back here, you will be see the component here, right, that is called RefreshView API, and this is the default value, right. And right now you can see, and please observe, right now the account record page name here, record name here, that is called Deepak Tyagi, and let me click on this refresh view and it's automatic comes this name inside here. So please observe, so just click on this refresh view. So once you refresh view already clicked, now you can see immediately pop up and it's automatic change your name. Here you can see, let's say I want to change again, let's say Deepak Tyagi again, and click on this refresh view button. It's automatic change your name here and pop up message here you can see. So here you can see Deepak Tyagi, and once you if you want to cross check out this record, so just click on this account and now again you can see the Deepak Tyagi here. Let's say if you need it, let's say I want to take like Deepak Tyagi 1, right, let's say Deepak Tyagi 1, click on this refresh view. Here you can see Deepak Tyagi 1 and successfully update. Click on this account tab. Now immediately you can see Deepak Tyagi 1 here, right. So here you can see each and everything. So this is the very most important module inside this Spring 23 for the LWC, that is called RefreshView API. Okay, so you can use it instead of your Aura component, because performance point of view this is the faster, because of this is the latest web standard, so that's why. So guys, I already explained most of the features regarding this Spring 23 for LWC. So guys, I hope you learned something new in this video. So please subscribe the Apex our YouTube channel for more updates, and till then, bye bye, take care, see ya, thank you for watching.